Okay, so it's Friday night and your boss just said, hey, I need the go-to-market plan for the product that you're launching on Monday. What do? Well, you came to the right place. I'm going to explain in a very simple way what a go-to-market plan is and how do you actually build a really solid go-to-market plan. Now, obviously, this is a beginner and a simple introduction. Each of the sections requires its own deep dive. So definitely subscribe. I'm going to, in subsequent videos, talk a little bit more deeply into each of those sections. But if you follow this plan intuitively and represent it just the way that I describe it, you're going to be solid for Monday. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, let me define what a go-to-market strategy is. So a go-to-market or GTM strategy is a collection of strategies that allow you to successfully market, sell, deliver, and support your products or your programs. Here, the core emphasis is actually on four components: market, sell, deliver, and support. So we're going to talk about each one of those. But before we jump in, please understand that any go-to-market strategy needs to be tightly aligned with your company mission and product objectives, because anything that you build or launch or relaunch needs to be in the mission or in the service of the objectives that you set out for. So super important to ensure a tight alignment with that. Now let's just jump right into it. First of all is market. So market is all about how do you actually acquire customers. So you really start building a strong customer profile. That's where you can identify personas, and you can really start identifying some of the market segments, which includes demographics, geographics, as well as maybe some other type of buyer personas. You also need to build a strong narrative for the value proposition or moat of your product. Why should the customers really care about this specific product that you're building or this specific program? This is where the competitive dynamics also come in. So understanding your key competition and the strengths and weaknesses of your product versus theirs makes the math and the buying decisions for your customers much more easier. And then obviously you really need to build some strong assets and collateral that will be used by your marketing and sales teams. Then number two is about selling, which really is identifying and closing opportunities. So that's where you really need to align to customer pain points. Why would they care about this product, or what outcome is it actually driving? You also need to define the distribution channels. There are many types of channels that your product could actually sell through. So understanding, is it going to be through partners or resellers or direct, or maybe even through some indirect channels? Super important to understand that. Then one of my favorites is to build a strong customer journey throughout the funnel of each of those channels. And you obviously then need IT systems to manage and track funnel, and obviously to invoice and manage payments. The third component is delivery. A lot of people say, well, once you win the project, that's a really good end. Well, that actually is the beginning of the project, because winning is one thing, but successfully delivering is a whole different beast. So delivering and successfully executing on a project is paramount. So this is where you obviously need the infrastructure to deliver, especially if it's a tech product. You also need the people, processes, and technology. So having the bench strength to actually deliver, having the mechanisms in place, and also the technology, maybe first party or third party, that is critical and will be used in that delivery is key. Then you also need to identify what would be some of the channels of delivery. Again, partners or third-party outsourcing companies are really prime examples of some of the channels that many companies use. And then the systems to manage delivery, and obviously making sure that your customers are actually successful in accomplishing what they set out to. And finally, it's actually helping customers. So we all know some projects go as planned, while others have all sorts of hiccups. And so a customer success function or a support function really is to help customers solve when those critical issues come in. This includes systems and processes whenever issues come in. So a ticketing system is a great example of that. A customer support system is a great example. Then support tiers and defining service level agreements, which basically means how quickly will you actually respond or are obliged to legally respond to a customer escalation or issue. then obviously the people, process, and technology that would actually help solve issues. And sometimes it's the same people that actually build the product. In a lot of cases, especially for enterprises, these are going to be different resources. And then training and development for your customers or partners is absolutely critical. And I do believe in the power of partnerships. So having clear identified channels for escalations as well, especially when you're using multiple first party or third party systems, becomes extremely critical. So if you break down your go-to-market strategy into these 4 buckets and literally just build out a 1 to 2 pager with each of these as a heading and obviously going into each of the bullets and starting to explain a little bit more, you're going to have a really, really solid first draft of your go-to-market strategy.